Hi guys, Sabine Priestley back again. Okay, this is going to be fun. So my friend Al asked a question following up on Michelle's question in my Ignite Facebook group, and I responded to Michelle about the path that she's on when you don't know exactly who you're becoming. And Al asked about, well, what about time and patience? And you know I will get to the 3D aspect of your question, Michelle, but I wanted to talk about something far more interesting right now, and that has to do with time. So, and I think it was the end of July, beginning of August last year, I went to on instinct, and because I was drawn to it, I went to Taos, New Mexico, for a facilitator Psych K training, and it's just such a glorious experience. I didn't even know what Psych K was, but that was my first time among a group of people who were awake, who got it, who understand the energy of the universe. And everybody's at different places, and everybody's got different perspectives. It was beautiful. It was great. That was my first time, really, really, well, first time in a long time experiencing what I call magic. I told I met people there that I will know for the rest of my life. This was one of the many, many, many investments in myself that I have done over the years. And I remember telling them that I feel like Harry Potter that just got accepted to Hogwarts, and magic is real. And so this time, I wanted to share with you, because time is a funny thing. Now, mathematically, in quantum physics, we know that the dimension of time doesn't exist beyond the third dimension. We get into higher dimensions, there is no time. All is now, past, present, and future. That's really hard for us humans to wrap our head around. But let that sit there for a minute while I continue my story. I met a woman there that changed my life. She will be in my life forever. And there was a group of us that had gone out to dinner one night, and we were talking. So she's extraordinary. She lives in she's South African. And she'd been traveling nomad for a while. I was just beginning my nomad stint at that point. And she'd gone to Disney and waited 5 hours, 4 or 5 hours in line for the new Harry Potter thing. And I commented, "Oh my God, I would never wait 4 or 5 hours in line for anything." And she just looked at me with this knowing, beautiful smile that she has, and says, "Time isn't what you think. You can mess with time. You can adjust it." And I'm thinking, okay, that sounds crazy, but she was completely authentic, and sure, we didn't get into it then. But that trip was one of the nexus points of my life. That was the beginning of my opening my heart to new experiences and my growth. God, this is the path I want everybody to take. Anyways, so as I progressed with my own knowledge, with my own growth and my own learning, I always had that memory in my head. What the heck did she mean by that, by time? And then I had a series of breakthroughs on my own. And I truly understood the distinction between the 3D world and the higher dimensions, the fifth dimension. Your and yes, this is getting woo woo alert for anybody watching this that thinks all this is just insane. Just deal with it. So our perception of life is a very surprisingly malleable thing, far more so than you might realize, far more so than I realized. And as I made these breakthroughs with meditation and whatnot, something happened. So there's a lot of meditation can do some really interesting things, and there's a lot of ways to get different kinds of breakthroughs, right? Maybe time with the grandmother medicine, ayahuasca, or LSD, or mushrooms, or people have been doing that for hundreds of years. The Native Americans have a tremendous amount of knowledge on this stuff, but you can get there with meditation. So Joe Dispenza does tremendous work in that area. He has extraordinary results in getting people into transformational state into a um, Zen-like, blissed out state. And when you're doing that, you're actually changing your perception of reality. And you can get into what's known as flow. And flow isn't just woo-woo term, all right? Flow is known around the world. The medical community usually talks in terms of flow, in terms of athletic performance, the world-class athletes or artists, or scientists, people like Einstein that had these incredible breakthroughs and the insights that were so incredibly rare for their day and age, especially. That's a state of flow. So I had this development where I could get into that state without meditating. I was just there. And I do that now. That's just part of my life. That's part of who I am. I can just sort of transition into these states. And when you're in a flow state, time isn't the same. When you're truly in flow, you're so immersed in now, in what's happening now, that perception of reality is altered. Everything changes. And when you can do that, first, it's an experiential thing. First, you just experience this, wow, extraordinary state. But then you, as with everything, you grow and you develop. And now you can manipulate it. You can manipulate time when you really get that connection to source going. This is why I said back in Taos that, oh my God, magic is real. You can do extraordinary things. There's superpowers. I have superpowers. But the thing is, everybody can have these superpowers. There's nothing special about me. I just did the work. I found my mentors. I found my coaches. I did the work. So that's the fun part about magic. Just wanted to share that with you. And now I will address what Al was expecting me to address in his question for Michelle. So Michelle, yes, it takes time. You wouldn't be capable, we aren't capable of becoming who we are at point A to who we're trying to become at point B overnight. We can't do it. We can't do it overnight. We have to be patient and let it grow. But having said that, you're on the path. You and I have tangled before. We have chatted before. You are on the path of this awakening and this journey. And you're at point A. And you want to get to point B. Everybody does. And you can take your time. And you can do it on your own. You can absolutely do it on your own. Absolutely. Or you can work with a coach or somebody like me that can get you from point A to point B in less time. It's everybody's choice. It's absolutely your choice. So I'm pretty sure that's where Al was going when he asked that question. Al, if you were going someplace else, let me know. And I hope that the beginning of this video made it sound as interesting as it is. Guys, you have superpowers. We all have superpowers. And as you progress on this journey with your connection to source, you get to start using them. Oh, God, I hope everybody has a fantastic day. As always, guys, love and light. And until next time, cheers.